Hey, what's up, you guys? Rampage was actually pretty good tonight. Normally, I tell you guys to skip some parts of the show or to skip the whole damn show, but this time I really enjoyed it from top to bottom. They had a different format that is different compared to all the other episodes, well, at least most of the episode. So it was much more enjoyable tonight, and I didn't really feel bored at all watching the show. Now, I really needed a good episode tonight because I had just came from my daughter's Halloween special thing that they were doing at the school. And when I tell you, I know the AC was on, but it felt like it wasn't because there was just too much people up in there. I was over it within 10 minutes of being there. Now, I love going to little things like this when it comes to Halloween time. It's that one time of the year where I can go out and dress how I normally dress and feel like I fit in with everybody because nobody's judging me. And hearing the mom saying, "Oh, look at you. You're in the Halloween spirit. Look at that cute, spooky outfit." Lady, I dress like this every day of the year. The rest of you guys have poor fashion taste. Now that that dreadful event is over and I'm under my central AC, let's talk about Rampage. All right, our opening match was Santana versus Ortiz. Now, I was going to be shocked for a quick second, but then I realized Takeshita's on this card, so he ain't doing anything other than the main event. Now, right off the bat, they start off the show. Their interests already have been done before the show. So it was the two of them in the ring, and they're staring each other down. They probably even rang the bell before the damn show started. Now, they're staring each other down, and it almost seemed like Ortiz don't necessarily want to fight him. But it happens anyway, and Santana ends up hitting him first. And he's being somewhat aggressive. So now Ortiz is like, "You're not about to show out on me in front of all these damn people." So he becomes even more aggressive. And he is like really, really giving him the business and even started taking out weapons and all that stuff. He was the first one out of two of them to incorporate weapons in this match. And then he even put Santana to a table. And I'm just like, okay, okay, nice power bomb through the table. I can dig it. And then here comes Santana. He retaliates with a suplex on a pile of chairs. And I'm not talking about those little foam chairs your little nephew got in his nursery. I'm talking about a pile of steel chairs. And when I seen that, I was like, oh my God, my back is hurting just looking at that. That looks painful. These two went at it like the stipulation was if you lose, you die, you know? And honestly, it really felt like two people who has a real life situation going on between them and they battling out in the ring. So I appreciate how intense everything felt. And the crowd, they're feeling the intensity. They're loving how physical these guys are being with each other. And you can really hear how they're enjoying it. So all that is cool. My favorite part in this match, though, Santana goes for a discus lariat, and Ortiz just countered it into a power slam, and that shit was just so beautiful, like poetry, you guys. My heart, oh my God, it's beautiful. Now, I kind of am surprised that Santana won. I thought that if they had Ortiz take the win, that would fuel up perhaps the story to continue, where Santana would be more of the aggressor moving forward. So I kind of thought that's where we were going with this, but Santana wins. And after the match, Ortiz, he just looks stunned and defeated, and he's leaning against the ropes. And here is Ortiz, no, Santana talking shit towards Ortiz. And then he goes and put his fist like this, so, for a fist bump. And Ortiz is like, "No, bitch. Not after how I just lost. I'm not fist bumping you." And Santana ends up leaving. And who comes in the ring and ruined this whole thing? Sanjay Dutt comes out. And Ortiz is like, what the fuck are you doing here? Who are you even? And I'm just like, what's going on? It's not necessarily clear what's going on, but Sanjay whispers something into Ortiz's ear, and maybe he's looking interested. I don't know. If they are trying to recruit him to be part of Sanjay and Friends group, stop it right now. Whatever that is, stop it right now because whatever it is not making sense. But it does look like maybe, just maybe, the story with Ortiz and Santana will continue. But I really have to say, they went like 10, 12 minutes and it was very good. And that made me feel even more like this was a wasted opportunity on Rampage rather than putting this shit on Full Gear where it actually belonged and it could have gone another 10 minutes or so and give us something really, really powerful between the two of them. No pun intended. And for whatever reason, they just didn't do that. So I don't know what to expect with this story, but the match was very good. If you missed it, you missed out. Go check it out. They did ruin it with Sanjay coming out though. So now we have this really cool video package of Kenny and MJF. They're going to be facing each other tomorrow night on Collision. And I like how they did everything. And they actually inserted some interviews with Kenny and MJF, well, alone, obviously, within this video. So it was really, really cool. So then while Kenny is talking, here comes Jay White interrupting, and Kenny jumps up, ready for a fight. And Jay's like, cool it, bro. We cool. Just letting you know, good luck for your match with MJF. When you beat him, you'll be going against a real champion at Full Gear. Can you believe that Jay White is still parading around America with the Triple B? And now he calling it the Bang Bang Belt? I'm not feeling this. Now, here is MJF doing his interview, and then Don Callis comes in and he is offering his manager services. And MJF is like, bitch, please. And he ends up walking away. But before he walks away, he's like, do something about that scar on your forehead because it looks like a vagina. And honestly, he ain't wrong. Now we have Renee Paquette. She's with Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue. Chris is friends with both of them, and she just wants to know what the fuck is going on with them being all creepy and shit, especially Sky Blue. Now, Sky is like, look, ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And then Willow's like, look, I got misted too. That thing that you're feeling within, I've been able to fight it off, and I am doing fine. And if you fight it off, you'll be okay too. And Sky's like, ain't nothing wrong with me. And the way she says it with a whole ass attitude, you know something's wrong with her. Now she ends up leaving because she has a match later on. So does Willow. But she's tired of all this bullshit and she don't want to hear it. Up next, we have Kip Sabian in the ring with his wife Penelope. He's talking shit about the Philadelphia sports teams. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know nothing about no football, no baseball, basketball, no balls, whatever. I know pro wrestling. That's it. Now, he's talking shit about him, and really the jokes is not sticking with me because, like I said, I don't really get the references or whatever. But then, the crowd's just booing or whatever, so obviously he's talking out of his ass. Now, while he's talking, here comes music playing, and it's Mark Briscoe. Our chicken is back. I was so happy to see him. He looks great. I think he got a new tattoo on his neck. Is that new? I don't know, but I don't remember seeing that there before. Now he comes and Kip Sapien says, oh, look, it's a rags to you still in rags story. And I don't know what it was, but that really made me laugh really loud. It's probably not as funny as I think it is, but I thought it was funny. Then he goes, Mark has as much teeth as the Eagles have championships or whatever. And then everybody started booing. I was like, okay, well then that number is really low. And I was like, but hold on, don't do that to Mark. Not Mark. We love Mark over here. Mark ends up hitting some move on him. I don't even remember what it was, but I was just so happy to see him. I'd rather see a moment like this over something like a squash match that does absolutely nothing for anyone of any type of entertainment. So I'm glad to see Mark Briscoe is back. Mark, glad to see you in AEW. Stay away from Sanjay and friends. And we would like to see you on Ring of Honor. So come back, please. Now we have Anna Jay with the boys. She's getting ready. She has her match coming up next, a Fatal 4-Way. The winner will face Hikaru Shida at Collision tomorrow night. Now, she's been supporting the boys and everything that they've been doing lately, so now it's time for them to support her. Now, while she's talking, here comes Don Callis, yes, Uncle Don of all people, who interrupts them and says that he's looking for a tag team to take care of Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. Now, Matt Menard kind of seemed like he's interested or whatnot. Jake Hager is like, bitch, please, I ain't doing this job for you. And Daniel Garcia is like, well, why would we help you? Like, we not even cool with you. And, Anna's a little bit upset because now the spotlight has been taken off of her since Uncle Don came and ruined the whole thing. Now she ends up leaving so she can go to her match, and the boys end up following her. But then here comes Ruby Soho stopping Angelo Parker. Now, this is the second time we've seen these two on screen together, and it's almost like this like weird sexual tension going on between the two of them. I don't know what that's all about, but don't Ruby play for the same team, or am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. She likes girls. All right, so up next we have Anna Jay versus Willow Nightingale versus Sky Blue versus Abaddon. What? Now look, Abaddon, she's like me. She one of my people. I follow her on social media. I love her makeup, and she's just so beautiful. I love looking at her. But anyway, she's been wrestling. Okay, so it's not like she has not been wrestling. She just has not been wrestling in AEW. And people are all the time like, why are you not wrestling at AEW? Why are you all over the indie scene and not in AEW? Sure, last year she did break her, I think her collarbone or something around here. I don't know. And she was out for quite some time. But that's been a while back, and she's been in the ring definitely all summer, maybe a little bit in the spring. So she's been Gucci for a while. So I was really surprised to see her here. And then here's the thing. Anna Jay kind of seems useless in this match. Willow and Sky, since they're friends, they actually end up, double teaming on Abaddon and on Anna Jay. So that was interesting to see. But then at some point, they realized, wait, it's every woman for themselves. So if we gotta fight, we gotta fight. So now there becomes some tension between the two of them throughout this match, and it even ends off with them pretty much seeming to get off on the wrong foot. So I'm interested in seeing where that goes. So the storyline continues with these two. But surprise, surprise, here is Abaddon with the win. I honestly thought it was going to be either Willow or Anna, even though Anna was a little useless here. I really did not think she was going to get this. But then they showed the graphic for Collision, and it said Abaddon versus Hikaru Shida and a Fright Night fight. And then I was like, oh, so because it's Halloween is when you're going to bring her back. And I just felt some type of way that I didn't really kind of notice this at first. But then when I seen it, I was just like, this doesn't really even seem like organic. Like, it doesn't even seem so genuine, where it was just like, yeah, let's bring the spooky girl. Who that spooky girl that worked for us? She's still on her contract? Yeah, let's hit her up and see what she's doing Halloween weekend. I didn't like that. However, I'm a fan of hers. Like a week ago, maybe less, she had a coffin match with Athena's husband. I forgot his name, something Palmer. I can't remember, Chris, something like that. Which was really, really cool. So like I said, she's been in the ring. It's just that we haven't seen her in AEW for quite some time. And conveniently, Halloween weekend, here we got Abaddon. Do I see her winning that title tomorrow night? No, but we're finally getting something different, and I'm hoping that they have really great chemistry. I really, really enjoy her in the ring. Oh, and also, someone else we haven't seen in a while for whatever reason, AR Fox is going to be going against Jay White tomorrow night, so that's going to be really, really lovely. Is he going to win? No, but it's great to see him come back. He is super talented. All right, you guys. So before we talk about the main event, apparently AEW had a press conference for the international title. So it was Tony Khan with Claudio Castagnoli and Orange Cassidy. I do believe this was a fake press conference because it just looked like a whole bunch of wigs in front of the camera, and Tony Khan and them sitting in front of a desk. Something about it just felt like it's not a real press conference. And Orange Cassidy's wearing a suit to show that he can dress better than Claudio. I don't know what it was, but it was supposed to be a teaser of the press conference, and we're gonna get it tomorrow. I think on Collision, or maybe they're gonna post it on YouTube. I don't know. It is what it is. Honestly, I don't even think their match is gonna be all that for us to even have a press conference. But whatever. Main event: Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita. I tried to take notes, but it was a little bit too fast paced for me. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just leave my fingers alone. These two guys are so freaking talented, and I really, really love how both of them seem similar but different at the same time. And I don't know what it is. I really prefer Kyle with his tag team partner doing tag team stuff because the chemistry that they have is just like twin chemistry. Like it's amazing. However, lately I'm just like, damn, if he was just doing singles matches, he could really have a big career and somewhat down the line maybe end up holding a world title. And he's been really impressive as of late on his own. Takeshita too. Now this is the longest match I've seen from Takeshita since he got into the Don Callis family thing. Oh no, that's not true. The pay-per-views. Other than the pay-per-views, he did for a while do some squash matches, which did nothing for him. But this man is just amazing with what he's doing. I wish we could actually hear him speak more. I don't give a damn if you speak Japanese. Let me hear you talk. I can feel the emotion from you, whether I understand what you're saying or not. I wish they gave him more of that type of opportunity. But anyway, these two guys really tear the house down. And the crowd, you can see every single person up in there is focusing on what they're doing. And that right there is what made Rampage feel different compared to the other Rampages, because other times it just feels like, we'll just stay here because it says Rampage on the ticket. Tonight just felt so different, and it was so entertaining to see these two guys go at it. Takeshita does take a win with a running knee strike. So I don't know if I really cared about that being the ending or whatever, but it ended that way. Now, as soon as he won, Don Callis and Powerhouse Hobbs come straight to the ring and they're celebrating. Kyle, he grabs a chair and he is swinging. And Powerhouse Hobbs run up to him. And Don Callis is like, no, leave him. And Kyle, his face is red and he's angry. And he's like, look, that's that anger we've been looking for. That's that hate we've been looking for. And he goes, look at what you did tonight with Takeshita. You belong with us. And here comes the whole crowd booing. And it seems like Kyle has, I don't know, it looks like he's probably joining the family. But let me put it this way. Hobbs, Takeshita, Kyle, these guys are the future of this company. This is a huge thing for Don Callis to have that future generation of title holders in AEW. And I really hope that this pays off for every single one of them, especially Powerhouse Hobbs, because he's been through the gutter and back. And I really hope that this works out. And I hope that they do end up getting some titles within this group too, because, these guys are young, they're hungry, they're talented, and they deserve it. So I'm hoping we see bigger and better things with this group. So Don got a really nice group on his hands. Too bad MJF wouldn't have joined, but he doesn't need a mouthpiece. He can do all that shit on his own. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I'll be back tomorrow with Collision. It's looking like a really good show. Bye.